It's Wednesday morning. I'm having cold pizza for breakfast. Had one bite. Just talked to Dad. I called him about 10 o'clock because I'm like, usually he calls me about 9:30. And I called him. He goes, I'll call you back. They're getting ready to pull this tube out right now. I'm like, okay. And so he just called me. They pulled that tube out, but some kind of string got stuck in there, so they're going to take him to radiology because he had the physician, the radiologist's assistant was the one who took the tube out, and they're having a problem getting something else out of there. So they're going to take him down there and get it out, and he's going to ask, because they told him they still don't know if he's coming home today. It's still a wait and see thing. It's either going to be tonight or tomorrow. But he hasn't had a shower at all in the hospital, and now that the tube's out, they're going to see, because they said, when you go home, you have to make sure it's bandaged well because you don't want any moisture getting in there. I'm like, Dad, why don't you ask them if you can get a shower there today? That way they can bandage it and watch you, and so we know what to do. Because I guess he's got to keep it bandaged and waterproof for like 48 hours or something like that. So he's like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to ask if I can take a shower here because he goes, here's what's going to happen when I get home. I want to take a shower. I'm like, I'm sure, because he's got a nice big shower in his bathroom in his room. So he's like, I'm going to ask him. So that's going to go down. He was going to ask him something else too. I can't remember what he said. But his x-rays look good this morning. He's not on an IV. Nothing's hooked up to the IV, but he might go on another little bag of antibiotics at some point today. And he'll be on 3 or 4 weeks of antibiotic pills when he comes home. He'll send a prescription here to town. So, yeah, but that's all the update I got for this morning. Now I'm getting ready to watch a movie and eat cold pizza. Bye! Oh, you guys are dirty. I was just laying down. Excuse me as I belch in your face. And Dad just called me. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, and he's going to get to come home today. They're going to get him in the shower and get him showered up, and then we don't know what time his release papers will be done. We're just waiting for a call from him, and then once he calls me and says, come, my cousin Barb's going to run over here, and then she's going to go with me. And because he wants me to drop her off at the door and then go park in, because she's just going to go long enough to get him, because he's going to be all ready when she gets there. Because you got all that crap to bring home from the hospital, and make sure he has all the stuff he took. And then they're going to call me on their way out, and then I'm going to go pick him up right at the door. So there is no traipsing through the parking garage for him or me, and so yeah. So now we're just in a waiting pattern. So I got the phone with him, and I called Barb, and I'm like, okay, he's getting to come home today. I said, you're going to be available later? She goes, yep, just call me when all this is happening. I'm like, okay. I got to go. Well, when he calls me, I will call her and have her head over here, and then I'll go get cleaned up, put on a new shirt, and put on my brassiere, because, I haven't left the house today. He ain't leaving the house, the bra ain't going on. That's the rule. And, so yeah. Yay! Dad will get to sleep in his own, I would say his own bed, but recliner. And when I was at the hospital the other day, we were talking about maybe he wants to get a new recliner and really spend some money on one and get a really comfortable one. Because the one we got now was a cheap one, but he's had it for 5 years now. 4 years? We bought it right before we lost Heidi, like a few weeks before Heidi passed away. So, yeah. But alright. Now I got it, my bladder's like, since you're awake, and well, I wasn't asleep, I was just relaxed, but now that my mind is like, woo, my bladder's like, hey! She's comfortable back there. So, you'll see Dad in this vlog. Goodbye. Waiting for my cousin Barb to get here, and I come out here, and then there's a truck and a trailer blocking all across the front with his old tractor on it. I'm like, who is that? And then around the front, I'm like, oh, it's Bart. You are dirty. Sorry. he's putting a tractor in our front yard to sell. I said, well, Barb's on her way over and she wants to get in the driveway, then we're leaving to go get Dad. So he goes, I better get this unloaded and get out of your way. I'm like, yes. I honestly don't know how Barb's going to get. She'll have to drive, I don't know. Because there is no way to get in unless you drive through the yard. But, yeah. Dad took a shower. He said he sat under that water for 30 minutes just enjoying it. He felt so much better having a shower. And then, like the doctors say, don't get your wound wet from where the tube was. And then, you know, the nurses are saying it should be okay. He goes, I got different answers here and there, and so the nurse said it was fine, but he's gonna have her dress it, because it's just like a little, and talk to her about it and make sure it really was okay. And I don't know. Okay, he's getting a second ramp put on. It is hot out there. Open the door and I'm like, whoo, warmness, because I hadn't been outside today. So I'm glad I did turn the air conditioner and get it cooled down. I don't know what year that tractor is. He said he's been mowing with his tractor for the last 25, 30 years. It's a big old Allis-Chalmers. It can't be as old as one my grandpa had, because this is not a crank start. Because my grandpa had, well, it's still out there. It's one we got a, I think it was an Allis-Chalmers. Uncle Jeff. That's an Allis-Chalmers, right? Oh, he's driving it down. Hang on, I'm gonna turn you around. Here he comes. Doop, 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 doop. And there he goes. He's gonna turn it around and park it out there. We also heard Bart's gonna build a house on Grandma and Grandpa's property. He owns that property. Because it used to be one big, huge corner. And then his mom and dad put the house on the corner where the driveway goes back. And then Grandma and Grandpa's house burnt down. And then Bart had those kind of houses that come in two pieces. And he put a house back on the back part of the property. He has so much crap back there. And, but he is now going to build himself a place up by the road on Grandma and Grandpa's little property. And he's already got somebody he wants to buy. Did I already talk about this? I feel like I talked about it. He wants to build one of those, like, barn house type things. But if I talked about it, I just feel like I'm having deja vu when I talked about it. I don't know. But, so his plan is to build a new home. There's golfers over there. They gotta be sweating their balls off because it's warm out there. But okay. Waiting for Barb. And then I'm rolling out. She's probably gonna be wondering, who's parked blocking the driveway? Goodbye. Dad is officially home. I'll record him tomorrow though. He's tired. Just wanted to sit down and relax. He still has a few little pains, but it's mainly from the wound where the hose that was in him was. So he's got a follow-up doctor's appointment next week. He has a sleep doctor appointment next week, and then a scan of his lungs in a month, or at the end of the month. So yeah, doing good. It is 7:20. We got home about 20 minutes ago, and we stopped at a produce stand. Got some corn on the cob and some cantaloupe, and we shared a dozen ears with my cousin Barb. Got a couple green peppers. So we're set. Goodbye. Look this way. I'm showing everybody you're alive. Tell them when you got home. When did you get home?
Last night.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
He's a little bit weak and a little bit
yeah.
Not the steadiest on his feet. But a nurse already came today, didn't they?
Yep, the nurse comes, took all my information. And
then the doctor's office called and checked on him. Then tomorrow, PT's probably going to call.
Yep.
Got Miss Kitty over there
And
looking at.
Saturday they're gonna come and change my
The-
dressing on my back.
Yeah. The next week he sees a sleep doctor and goes to the regular doctor.
I got all kinds of
yeah.
shit going on.
He's got many appointments.
I went and got my drugs today. I did do
Yeah.
that myself.
He's got to stay on antibiotics for 28 days.
Yeah.
Now what are you watching? Tennis?
I don't know what I'm watching. Things I ain't been watching.
Now get ready to go make breakfast for dinner. What are we having?
We're having hash and eggs and toast.
Yep, I'm going in there right now. Kitty, you gonna come help me? No, because you never help me. Getting our breakfast for dinner cooked. Scrambled eggs, which I gotta zhuzh around. Hash. Potatoes, corned beef hash. I'll show you when we're at the table. Breakfast is on the table. All right. Yummy. Breakfast for dinner was very yummy, and then while I was cooking, the occupational therapist called. They're coming between 9:45 and 10:45 in the morning. Ingrid sounded very nice. So now get ready to. What time is it even? It's not even 5:30. Man, it feels like it's later than that. Well, I might lay down and watch YouTube, but I'm going to get all these clips together from yesterday and today and get them uploaded tomorrow morning, so you all who are curious will know that the dad is home.